The Department of Justice is turning heads. Ed Martin, the man in the trench coat, is leading investigations into the January 6th committee, Letitia James and Adam Schiff. Supporters call it justice. Critics call it revenge. Either way, the hunters may now be the hunted.
Justice, this is a very powerful position, is held by a man named Ed Martin. Ed Martin is the man standing right here in the road in the trench coat. He's someone you shouldn't sleep on. You should pay attention to his name. Not only does he look like a hard-boiled, hard-scrabble private detective, gumshoe level Dick Tracy. He's always wearing this trench coat, by the way.
Ed Martin used to be DC's chief prosecutor. Now he's head of the DOJ's weaponization working group and pardon attorney. And he's already making waves.
And this is him inspecting the home of Letitia James. Letitia James, of course, the Attorney General for New York, who attacked President Trump for defrauding the people of New York. Turns out that she's been defrauding the people of New York as well. DOJ Special Attorney Ed Martin checks out Letitia James's mortgage fraud home after being tapped for probes. Department of Justice Special Attorney Ed Martin spotted in Brooklyn just this last Friday inspecting Tish James's multifamily residential property that is at the center of a federal mortgage fraud investigation. Martin,
as the New York Post reported, Martin was spotted outside James's Clinton Hill brownstone, part of a federal probe into mortgage fraud. James, who once accused Trump of fraud, now faces the same charges herself.
Did just yesterday that the January 6th committee is potentially under investigations. They didn't get enough pardons, he says. DOJ weaponization head Ed Martin teases more info on Schiff and people connected to January 6th committee. Ed Martin, director of the Department of Justice Weaponization Working Group, appeared on Fox's Sunday Morning Futures with Maria Bartiromo. On Sunday, Martin looking into the case referring to DOJ, Adam Schiff, and Letitia James for mortgage fraud. And we've covered those cases pretty extensively. During the discussion with Bartiromo, Martin said that they were working to hold people accountable. He dropped some interesting information about Schiff.
Martin accused the January 6th committee of destroying evidence, breaking House rules, and tampering with witnesses. His warning was blunt. If you didn't get a pardon, watch your mailbox.
Martin is saying that Adam Schiff also has some major problems ahead. This is going to be a massive, massive fall. Hear me now. We know some things are cooking right now. It's going to be ready. You better lock in and lock up, because people like it. We haven't been wrong about this. They're not lying when they say that they are going to destroy these people. Everyone involved in the J6 committee needs to be investigated. The entire internet is cheering this. Special counsel Ed Martin saying they're investigating J6 fraud. And also the fraud of Adam Schiff and Letitia James.
Schiff, once a lead Trump critic, is now facing a referral for alleged mortgage fraud. His team denies it, but Martin insists Schiff will soon see Schiff hit the fan.
Real quick, what about the January 6th committee? Did they destroy evidence? Is there criminality there?
Of course, we're all in that too. And trust me, a lot of people did not get a pardon that were involved in the select committee, and they ought to be keeping an eye on their mailbox, because there's a lot to be asked about.
And the pardons that were given out were done by an autopen. Are they legitimate?
Well, yeah, I'm the pardon attorney, so I'm in that too. I can tell you we're investigating how the pardons were granted. It was not like anything in the history of America.
Martin also suggested Biden's pardons might not even be valid, claiming they were signed by autopen, not by Biden himself. He called it unlike anything in American history. Now, it's not just Ed Martin, an insider whistleblower, claims Schiff leaked classified information to take down Trump. Schiff's spokesperson called the story categorically false, but it adds even more fire to the investigation.
The whistleblower, a longtime Democrat staffer on the House Intelligence Committee, said Schiff was upset because he expected to be the CIA director in a Hillary Clinton presidency.
When Attorney General Bondi came into office, she put a memo, put more specifics to it, and said, get to the bottom of this. She gave a specific list and a broad charge. And I have to tell you, for your viewers, we have the Attorney General Bondi has that Department of Justice spinning like a top. We've got more stuff going on. A lot of it we can't talk about because of the nature of it, but it's going like crazy. And one of them...
Martin bragged that AG Pam Bondi has unleashed the DOJ, spinning like a top digging into hoaxes, leaks, and referrals. He says this isn't slowing down anytime soon.
Well, I'm saying that there's a referral from Bill Pulte about a mortgage fraud, about Adam Schiff. That's publicly discussed. His own lawyers have been out there. Now there's more on Adam Schiff. And all we're going to do, again, is get to the facts of this and use all the tools that we have in our system.
Martin confirmed there's a criminal referral against Schiff for mortgage fraud. He wouldn't say much about grand juries, but left plenty for viewers to infer.
What we've learned is that the federal government, the Department of Justice, but other aspects, targeted these citizens. They basically turned government on to make the hoax work. So I'm not talking about somebody that pushes a cop. That's a charge you can look at and charge. I'm talking about that the FBI and others were putting American citizens on terrorism watch lists. They were auditing their IRS tax returns. They were targeting the American people. They were taking massive amounts of resources and moving them from fighting, child trafficking and fighting real corruption and saying we have to move everybody to look at the Capitol siege. It was a political hoax that was driven by Garland, Lisa Monaco, and others.
Ed Martin calls it the hoax of the century. Schiff denies it. James denies it. The January 6th committee denies it. But with subpoenas looming and whistleblowers speaking up, this story is only heating up. Justice or revenge? The hunters have become the hunted.